told us that he talked to you guys in the second half. What specifically did he say at halftime about what you should do?
Just that second half, we had 30 minutes left to cement ourselves in this season. We had to give everything we had. We came in down. We had been here before. We've been a second half team all year. And we just had to do what we've been doing. Eliminate our mental mistakes we had in the first half. And just continue to keep grinding, keep plugging through. And that's what this team did. We kept plugging.
Throw it on a dime, like I ain't even trying. Just a kid from Briarwoods, I'm wearing number 9. Met Coach Franklin down at Vandy, flipped to Happy Valley. Now I'm coming back and got the natty on my mind. They can't touch my deep ball, every game I'm scoring. I'm your favorite quarterback, they call me Trace Mcsorley. Rep that blue and white, you know I do it for the glory. Baker won the Heisman, next up Trace Mcsorley. Trace Mcsorley, they call me Trace Mcsorley. I went out to the bar and I woke up in a sorority. Michigan defense softer than that cheesecake. Beaver Stadium, get loud. Home team 14 straight. And DeAndre going long. Back shoulder to Juwan. It's that Big Ten title season. Try to take me out too bad. We still got Tommy Stevens. Throw it on a dime, like I ain't even trying. Just a kid from Briarwoods, I'm wearing number 9. Met Coach Franklin down at Vandy, flipped to Happy Valley. Now I'm coming back and got the natty on my mind. They can't touch my deep ball, every game I'm scoring. I'm your favorite quarterback, they call me Trace Mcsorley. Rep that blue and white, you know I do it for the glory. Baker won the Heisman, next up Trace Mcsorley. Trace Mcsorley, they call me Trace Mcsorley. I make these other quarterbacks look boring, I'm snoring. I came in as a starter and went 22-5. If you bring that blitz, I scramble out and let the fucker fly. Long ball, I got no fear. Going into my 5th year, and I look back at 2014, thinking, how the hell did we get here? Saquon to the big league. Next up, Miles Sanders. And the Nittany Lions moving forward, while the Buckeyes going backward. Listen to the critics, they all say I'm undersized. If you want to win a game, then put your faith in number 9. And we coming for that title, best believe I'm gonna shine. I'm about to show Joe Mo why you should not leave me behind. They can't touch my deep ball, every game I'm scoring. I'm your favorite quarterback, they call me Trace Mcsorley. Rep that blue and white, you know I do it for the glory. Baker won the Heisman, next up Trace Mcsorley.
The 3-7-1 Philadelphia Eagles fly off to Green Bay this week to take on the 8-3 Packers, who have taken full control of the NFC North.
And Rodgers on the road to the end zone, Mercedes Lewis.
Aaron Rodgers continued to build on his masterful 2020 season, throwing for 4 TD passes and posting a 132.3 passer rating.
Wide open, Tunyon, touchdown.
He didn't even have to load up on Devontae Adams either. Adams having a ho-hum game by his standards.
End zone shot, Adams goes up and gets it.
But make no mistake about it, Rodgers typically has zero problem with over-focusing on Adams. He has 49 more targets than anyone else on the team, and he's only played in 9 games.
Adams makes it 1st and goal for the Packers.
And the thing is, we just watched the Eagles face a passing attack that locked in on one guy, and they could not stop it.
Metcalf is there, and he's got it.
Darius Slay tried to follow DK Metcalf around last week, who got targeted 13 times in that game, and Metcalf finished with 177 yards against them.
Get him in the game and go to him. Working on Slay.
Eagles' passing defense hasn't been horrible this year, though. Just 210 yards per game allowed, a respectable 7.1 yards per attempt, completion percentage allowed in the mid-60s.
And Darius Slay on the coverage.
It's a nice job to coming out of the gate for Darius Slay.
And Rodgers will have to account for their pass rush. 2 more sacks last week. Only one team in the NFL has gotten to QBs more than Philly has.
Trying to get out of there, not that time.
But getting to Rodgers is not easy. Between his line and his own scrambling abilities, Rodgers has only been dragged down 12 times all year, 2nd fewest in the league.
Touchdown, Green Bay! That is so unbelievable.
That protection has been especially valuable to Rodgers on 3rd downs because Green Bay is 4th best at keeping the chains moving.
Swing it to Adams in the middle for the 1st down.
That makes for a nice little battle then, because the Eagles are the 5th best 3rd down defense.
Pressure comes up the middle, throwing on the run. It's going to be 4th down.
Philly's offense wishes it had that kind of ranking on 3rd downs, or that kind of ranking on any kind of offensive category.
Adams corner.
Carson Wentz trudged through another game that saw him get sacked 6 more times.
Wentz under trouble, and he is dropped down.
The sight of seeing Wentz being buried by a sea of defenders has been a common one this year, only the grounds crews are more familiar with the turf than Wentz at this point.
Here's Wentz, going to be swung around and finally dropped.
When he was still upright, it was basically more of the same. Wentz finished with just 215 passing yards, a rating under 75, and his yards per attempt was just 4.8.
Wentz throwing, and there's the interception.
And those numbers were all buoyed by a late-game Hail Mary that was cool enough to watch one more time.
Here's Wentz, deep ball in the end zone, caught with a touchdown.
Green Bay's passing defense hasn't been anything special, but neither was Seattle's, and the Packers just showed they are plenty capable of taking care of business against subpar passing attacks.
Aggressive call, and a shot into double coverage is intercepted.
The gap between these teams right now might seem wider than a Ray Finkel field goal attempt, but the Eagles don't want the gap between them and the rest of the NFC East to widen, so they're starting to find themselves in now or never land. But toppling Mr. Rogers' rates is no easy task. Any Philly faithful willing to call for an upset, put it in writing in the comments section. Not sure anyone on our panel is willing to, so let's see what kind of scores they're going with then. Laces out.
4 to the top. They'll go to that bunch and see if they can block for Montgomery, and they can.